Darling, do you let me say how much I love you? I got this message for you, dear. I don't got my arm. Darling, do you let to see you I'm longer. I got this message for you, dear. I don't got my arm. I don't got my arm.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video all about the body, okay? We're going to be looking at body ailments and looking at them metaphysically, okay? What is the true meaning of why your body is doing the things it's doing, and why are you feeling the way you're feeling, okay? Because, you know, I was talking about it in one of my live feeds, just about how right when I was graduating college, I had this really bad knee pain, okay? And, you know, that got me into really looking into what is the deeper meaning behind physical ailments and pains and, you know, the messages, they're actually messages our body's sending us, okay? And, you know, we have all this medicine and medication, all these different things to kind of numb and fix our body's ailments. But when you look at it spiritually, you can see that your body actually heals itself. It actually, you know, when you're in a great vibration, you don't get sick. You don't get any, there's nothing that really goes, there's really not really any ailments, okay? So in this video, I'm going to just explain, you know, what the body's here for and what it does for us, and give lots of examples of different body ailments and what that means and spiritually, okay? And it's going to be pretty quick. I always say that, but I really think, you know, this video is pretty quick, like a 10-minute video, okay? And so basically, your body is here as like a car, you know, for you to facilitate life, okay? For you to experience and take in all the things you need to experience, for you to meet the people you need to meet, for you to be able to do things and manifest things and create and you know, travel and see, and through this body, it's our vehicle to experience the universe. And not only that, to be in a place of physicality and in time and space. And as well, our body is also a place of representation of a mirror of our soul, okay? However you treat yourself on the inside will show on the outside, okay? And you will attract people around you and situations around you based on what's on the inside, how you treat yourself, okay? And so this body we have, you know, we think we get sick because of, you know, other people, and some of that is true. You know, there's like a flu going around, you know, something like that. And we think that when we get, you know, oh my God, just sprained my ankle or something happened all through our body, that this is just something that occurs physically. But as we're learning in spirituality, and as I've been teaching and talking about, nothing can be physical before it is spiritual. Something has to be going on in the spiritual realm before it can even manifest. Okay, that's how everything is. Okay, the idea, the spark has to come before the creation. Even like an argument, you're not going to just randomly start arguing without having some idea, some thought, some at least emotion before. Okay, and these are feelings that come before you get a physical manifestation. Okay, and so your body is it basically takes the burden. It takes the burden and it gets injured for you to learn lessons, okay? And it, you know, feels different types of ways to show different signs and to show you different messages, okay? And it's just super beautiful, but it's as above, so below, okay? Another thing I want to talk about the body is, you know, as a dancer, I know a lot about the body because I'm constantly moving it through space. And that's my instrument, it's my body. You know, I don't have like an instrument to fine tune and to understand. I have to understand my own instrument, okay? And so dancers have a lot of, you know, knowledge on the body. I'm going to go get some of the things I use as well for my body to release and keep the energy flowing, because I'm going to talk about that right now. So in your body, there is cells, and they're filled with a lot of water, right? Okay. We looked at I can even draw, the little cell. You got your ribosomes, your nucleus in there. You got your mitochondria. You remember that from biology class, all that. But the majority of it is the phylum, or I don't remember what that jelly stuff is, but it's basically water. Okay. And we're made up 100, like not 100%, like 70 to 80% water. Okay. And what is water? Water is your emotions and your spiritual connection to your soul. Okay. And so if your cells, every cell of your body is basically composed of water, whatever you're feeling and whatever emotions you feel, because that is your water, your watery element, your cells are feeling that as well. And if it doesn't get out, if you don't let that out and express those emotions or relieve the situation that's causing that stress on your body, the emotion gets stored in the cells. Okay, that's how that's how things can come back up. You're like, what? How is this? Every time I think about this, my whole body reacts to it. It's because those feelings are still in your cells, and so you have to release that. Okay, and when different cells are, your body is like a map. You know what I'm saying? And different areas correlate with different aspects of your life and have different meanings. Okay, and so that has a lot to do with emotion and pain. Okay, I want to go get it really quick because I'm gonna end the video with talking about the different examples. Okay. So, starting off, and I actually will end the video with the rollers and stuff. But starting off, I'll just give some examples, okay? That's basically what you're waiting for, what everybody's waiting for, okay? So I'm just going to kind of just, whatever comes to me, I'll just talk about, okay? Your teeth, okay? If you have, pain in your teeth, and your jaw, what is that used for? Chewing, okay? And that is taking in nutrients, okay? So if you are afraid or having a fear, or there has been a sudden loss of finances or a sudden loss of whatever supports you, and your soul has a fear of, I'm not going to be able to eat, I'm not going to be able to nourish myself, I don't have any money, how is this, what's happening? A thought of lack, or a thought of, diminishment, diminishment in your wealth, or going, traveling somewhere where you don't really see anything that you can even eat, or you don't even really like anything there, or everything seems too expensive, you're gonna start to have pain in your teeth, okay, in your cavities, okay, because that's how you gain nourishment. You chew, with your teeth, and so if you have problems with your teeth, it's like I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to nourish myself, okay. Neck problems. If you have neck problems, your neck is always tight and stuff like that. It is a feeling of, too much in your head, okay? And your head is like floating off from your body. It's like too much energy in your head, okay? And so your neck gets, if you're like thinking too much or like tense in a situation and in your head is tense, your neck will get tight. Also, if you have an idea or you have something you're trying to create that it's difficult to try to bring it to reality, or you have something you're believing and it's not really fitting well with reality, and you need to like get more realistic in a way, you will have neck pain, okay? But a lot of neck pain actually is connected down into your shoulders, and so if you turn your neck and you feel a pain and it's actually connected in your shoulder, that means it's actually starting in your shoulder, okay? So that's the shoulder pain. Neck pain is literally just the neck, this area here, okay? Shoulder pain, tense shoulders. I have been working on relaxing my shoulders because they see how this area right here, it's supposed to be flat, but it can get tense. Tense shoulders. You're holding a lot on. You're holding a lot of burden. Okay, think about putting on a book bag. A horse, horses carry us on their backs. So we can hold weight on our shoulders. Okay, piggyback. You got somebody here. Come on. Or you got Atlas, the Greek god holding the earth. He holds it on his shoulders here. Okay? In dance and partnering, a lot of the lifts are on the shoulders because that's a major place of support. Okay? So if you're worried about how to support yourself, not necessarily that actually. That's more back. We'll get into that in a second. But if you actually are, it's too much. Too much is on your shoulders, literally. You're carrying too much. That eventually hurts your shoulders and your, all the shoulder blade as well. So that's your connection with the neck. If you have the neck tightness, but it's coming from the shoulder, that's talking about too much burden on you. Okay, and that's just another area of a tight neck. Okay. Getting down. Let me go into the back since I kind of talked about it. Your back is your way of support. That's how we keep ourselves erect, how we keep ourselves standing. If you did not have a back, we would just be floating. We would not have any ability to stand up, okay? So your back is your sense of support, okay? If you're always nervous about how you're going to support yourself, how am I going to continue to keep the bills paid? How am I going to stay stabilized? How am I going to support the family? How am I going to support this? How am I going to support that? Your back will hurt. Okay. Lower back is really, the lower the back, the lower you go is the deeper, the closer to the root chakra, the closer to the intimate needs. How much are you really focused on support? Is it support on a more emotional, instinctual, like childlike, even the beginning part? The closer down it will be to that aspect. Okay. Right before I moved into my apartment for the first time in New York, we had no idea where it was going to be or if it was even going to work. We were going to have enough money for it up until the time we signed. Okay, that happened both times, but this was the first time. Okay, and I wasn't even up there to be a part of it. The search, we had to send our money, and then I was gonna fly up and basically move into this place. Okay. That was a lot of nervousness because I had to continue school. I was a sophomore in college up there the next week. So if we went up there and there was no apartment, I would not be able to start school. Okay. And so it was a lot of nervousness about not only am I going to be able to continue school, am I going to be able to pay for this apartment and stay up there? And if I can't, then I'm not going to be able to go to school. And it's not even me, it's my family paying for it. And so this was just a lot of nerves about how am I going to support? How is this going to work out? I ended up going the day before my flight, going to the trampoline bounce house with my sisters and did a flip and really, really messed up my lower back on the right side. Okay, and I'll talk about right side of your body, left side of your body in a second. And I had to go to chiropractor, physical therapy. I had to push my trip back 4 days, okay, which pushed further into the schooling, and it ended up that if I would have went there, the apartment wasn't working out for another, and it ended up not working out until I moved anyway, but until I flew up there anyway. But that was spiritually first, I was super worried about how I was going to support myself, the situation I was confused about, and then it manifested physically as my back taking that injury because of the issue of support, okay. Let me go to knees, okay. Knees are, if you think about it, okay, when I first take a step forward, it's your knee, okay? When you take a step forward, you think it's just your foot moving forward. Your knee has to move forward first, okay? And so if you're having knee problems, it's a thinking about a fear of moving forward, okay? A nervousness of how am I going to get into the future? How am I going to move forward? What am I doing in the future? Where am I going? Okay, because that's walking direction. Okay, and right. I talked about this in the live feed. Right when I was graduating college, I had extreme right knee pain, and I was like, what's going on? This is kind of what made me get into metaphysics and understanding, how the body sends us messages. Because it just came out of nowhere, and I just, I'm intuitive, so I knew it was a message. I was like, so this is meaning something. This is not just. It came out of nowhere. My knee I didn't do anything to it. And it's a fear of moving forward. I had no clue. Literally, I realized I only dreamed through college. Growing up, I only dreamed of my life through college, but I never dreamed of how I would be as an adult, how it would be, what I wanted to do. None of that. I didn't do any of that. And so it was a complete confusion of, where am I going? What is going on? What am I going to do? And so I had a lot of right knee pain up until graduation, when I made a choice of, I'm going to go into teaching dance, or, whatever I decided to do. But it was a lot because of the right knee pain, and because I had no clue of where I wanted to go. Okay. I missed the hips. The hips are the bowl of your emotions. Okay. All your emotions are stored in your hips. Okay. If you have tight hips, like growing up in dance, I always, well, not as a child, but once teenage years started and I really started to like get into deep depression and just worrying and doubting myself and all that, and not even, I even wouldn't even cry. I had a lot to cry about and a lot of emotions. I would just repress them all. I thought I was repressing them. It was getting stored in my hips, okay? And it's been literally years. It's taken about 6 or 7 years of stretching and yoga and dance and so much release to finally open my hips back up and release all the emotion that's been in my hips, okay? If you have tight hips, it's because there could be lots of stored pain in your hips and emotions, okay? Getting into stretches like the butterfly stretch, the half pigeon stretch, you can look up these. Lunges as well, really get into your hips. Middle split, opening your legs, leaning forward. That's a big one for your hips. And it helps to release emotions. Now, let me let you know, when you get into deep stretching and stretching more and you're holding things for, a minute, 2 minutes, breathing, really releasing, emotions come up. I used to always, my dance teacher back at home used to light incense, and she's really into Eastern medicine, really a lot in Eastern medicine. Used to light incense and go, and as we were stretching, she used to massage where it was tight, where that muscle was really feeling it, and get into the muscle and release it. But what she was doing was getting into that emotion and releasing it. Sometimes I would even almost have to throw up because of how much emotion I was feeling in my stomach. I've cried before, lots of just different emotions and tense. It's a lot of tension and anxiety, because that's a lot of energy that I store down in there. Comes up. So whatever you have stored in there. So a lot of people in yoga, when we do different stretches like camels, arching and stretching your chest, opening your chest up, people cry, because it's releasing your heart. If you have a heart that's tense around your heart chakra's closed and your heart is tight right now, okay? But your hips are the bowl of your emotions, okay? Ankle is the shifting in life. If lots is shifting in your life, lots is changing, and you're not necessarily super grounded, and just so much is shifting, you will have ankle issues, okay, ankle problems. The birds are so beautiful today. Feet, stabilization. Are you grounded? Do you stand your ground? Are you able to, stand your ground and have confidence in yourself? If not, you will have feet problems, okay? And issues with your feet, and that is because of not being able to stand your ground, okay? So that's a good bit of the physicality of your body. There's so many more. There's, scalp, headaches, sore throat, not being able to express something verbally, sinus issues, irritation and annoyance, or just if something's frustrating your soul, or irritating you, you're going to have sinus stuff. And so, there's just so many things. And so I just think it's super cool, number one, that your body sends you messages in this way. But it's, again, as above, so below. Just like you get signs in your life when something needs to change, your body does the same thing. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, the metaphysical meaning of the body, and what its ailments mean. Oh, I never went into to help release some of the emotions. Like my teacher did the elbow thing. You have a foam roller, okay, which you take and you can lay on and roll out, across the floor, not on a bed, but on the floor. Put it under your leg. You can just, behind your head, roll it out on your back, and it really, it flattens out any tension you really have. If I have the front, my quads are hurting, or my hips, I'll lay on my stomach and roll on it, okay? I also have a handheld one with these little spinny balls, yes, that you can put wherever, yes, and then, get into and really roll out any of the pain and the emotion and the tense lactic acid buildup that's keeping your muscles sore. Okay. Lastly, I have a ball, similar, but it's for, if you want to put pressure. Pressure is another amazing way to release tension. Really holding a point, breathing in, breathing out, and it releases that point, that trigger point. Okay. So pressure, you can still use this as for rolling. I use this as well underneath my feet. People have to do the feet massages. If you look at a map of your feet in Eastern medicine, it'll show different aspects of your feet actually correlate to your entire body. So rolling out this underneath your feet hits all the different points through acupuncture and through your what are these called? Release point? No, they're called like your temples. Why? You know what I'm saying? You press them to. Oh God, I forgot the name. But here's one as well. If you have a headache, you can press here. Okay, and squeeze. It's right there. Dang it, what are they called? It's such a common name, but okay, you'll get it. And so yeah, it works the same way in that way. So those are some ways that you can release some of these emotions out. Get a foam roller. Handhelds, have something like this. Baths as well. There's so many different things that help to release. But I hope this video really resonated with you guys. And just start to pay attention to your body, and what it's saying to you. Okay. Much love, guys. Talk to you later.